Good change for a 10. Thank you.
Thank you.
How much else for this?
10 bucks.
The guy back there that had the Xbox wanted $80 for the Xbox and all the games. Most of the games are garbage. Still, it would have been worth it just to sell on Amazon. But he also had this book, The Cave of Lascaux, the final photographs. Bought this for $3. Sells for on Amazon with good rank for $133. What's up, Internet? Cory Zamier here, Collecting with Cory. How you doing? As you saw, we're at the flea market. We're about to head back in, do another loop. Manuel and I both were one booth away when someone scored some of those like little tabletop, like handheld kind of things, like the Pac-Man one, and I don't remember what the other one was. I barely could see it. They were both in like some wooden box, and the guy was being like super secretive about his pickup, so he got them both for $15, I think, which really sucks because we were like literally right there. He was on this side, I was on that side, and we were just at the wrong booth, the wrong time. Although I was picking up a $130 book, so. My friend, we need to go. Hey guys, here's a little behind the scenes on the book game. So, these two stacks here, these two, about $185 in profit. This one I do have to sell on eBay, so this will go for about $25, these 16 after all fees and shipping. And I did update my app, and these are the only ones that were not actually profitable. This one's probably profitable, it's just, actually not. This one is probably, but I can't find the right listing on Amazon. So these will be going back. Don't know how much this is going to be, but $185 profit after all fees. So not bad for the first 40 minutes of my thrifting day. Came to this here Walmart thinking that I have some of these games that I've been seeing on Brickseek and Cheap Gas Gamer. I did not see Breath of the Wild as part of that. Unfortunately, this does have a ding on the back right there. So, I mean, not gonna be able to sell it on Amazon. That's for sure. When I picked it up, I was thinking maybe I'll just hold on to it and have it be like one of those things, like maybe it's gonna be expensive in like 5 years or so, kind of things. I don't know. With the ding on the back, I'm not really sure what I want to do with it, but for $19, it's still worth it. Yeah. A lot of other Brickseek games that I was looking for. There's some 3DS titles, And I know last night I was considering driving up here to check them out, which would have been good to do just because I didn't realize how short yesterday's video was going to be. I'm kind of trying to compensate for that today, honestly. But I've had the worst luck tracking things down on Brickseek. I feel like I've never successfully tracked anything down for myself on Brickseek. I've done it for other people. Like I've pointed things out in their area and they've been able to find it. It never works out for me though. Watch out. I love that. You see the steam? Not my favorite flavor. This is the regular Monster energy drink, but they didn't have any of the big cans with the twist tops in my flavor, the white or the purple, so we're on to the next thrift store. Alright guys, we got another 3 books, $4 spent. Gonna be about $27 in profit. All fees already accounted for, including price of purchase. So, not bad. Pretty good rank too. Heading to our last, maybe second to last thrift store. Alright guys, we just left what I'd like to refer to as the best Goodwill in the state. I didn't actually total up the books in the store because I'm going to be listing them in a variety of ways, most of them on eBay. This book, for instance, Not Monsters, Analyzing the Stories of Child Molesters. This one, bought for $2. It's one of those ones that when you scan it with the app, it actually shows red because of the rank. But I just picked up like 10 books yesterday that had 4 times the worse rank than this book, and this one goes for more than any of those, so definitely picking this up. Picked up a bunch of graphic novels, DC, Marvel. We'll see. Unfortunately, I think there's 2 volumes of Court of Owls. I actually kind of want to read this book. I think it has volume 1 and volume 2. I don't think it has volume 3 if there is one, so I'm not really sure how that's going to go. And then there was a bunch of manga, Vampire Knight, not very familiar with it, but I'll pick it up because it's $1 each, and it might be the full set. I actually didn't check to see if they're all consecutive. I did notice I had 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think it goes up to like 8. I don't know how many there are. If it's the full set, it'll probably be really worth it on eBay. Otherwise, I just gambled it and lost a little bit, but doing pretty good today. Even found a $50 grade 3 math workbook. Might have to erase a few of the answers out of here or just disclose that in the listing, because it looks like they did the first chapter or 2. Whether or not they were correct, who knows. But for $50, I'll do some erasing if I can. Only spent $2 on this. Everything there was $26, so did pretty good. Why do I have to spot this weird shit so I have to carry it around the thrift store? God damn it. Alright guys, it's that point in the video where it's time to run down our eBay sales right before we get them ready to go to the post office. So we have 14 items I'm going to show you today that sold for a total of $313. Let's start with the smallest. This is something I actually got yesterday. This is the extra Mario Kart DS that came in the DS that I found. This sold for $11 shipped. Next up, another recent find. We have the 1994 G.I. Joe Duke Star Brigade Commander. This sold for $13 shipped. And we got Tetrasphere, a game I got from my cousin Scott. Also something you've seen me pick up, $10 shipped. Unfortunately, this next one I was planning on reading before I sold it, but I didn't have any time. This is the Toradora manga that I picked up. This sold for $22 shipped. Just for the 5 volumes there. Then we have something from my collection. I got rid of the majority of my Tiger electronics on eBay. I recently, actually you're going to be seeing it in a few days, I hope, got my childhood Tiger electronic on eBay, and that's pretty much the only one I'm looking for. So I'll show you that when I get it in the mail. But I'm getting rid of all these other ones that are janky and aren't cool. I am keeping a few. Maybe I'll show you my Tiger electronic collection one day of what's survived. We have the Rugrats Tiger electronic, 1998. This sold for $14 shipped. Then we have some cases that sold. Now, I've had so much bad luck selling cases on eBay. It's still profitable. It's just annoying because there's so many people out there that just won't read an eBay listing. You could have it in the title. You could have it in the description. You could have it in flashing red lights right in front of them as they're clicking all the buttons to buy your product. And they'll still be like, but where's the game? Oh, I need to return this. I thought there was the game. And for some of these items, they're so... like, the profit margin is so low that you just get screwed having to have them return it, because 99% of the time they're going to say that the item is not as described, which is a false INAD claim, but there's not really that much you can do to fight it, from what I've seen. Anyways, rant over. We have the Pokemon Omega Ruby case and manual. This sold for $12 shipped. And then we have the Pokemon Sun. One sold for, well, another $12 shipped. So that's pretty good. Then we have a Naruto Shippuden Shikamaru plush. I got this at Savers for $6 a while back when I wasn't filming. This sold for $26.46. Next up, from my collection, a board game, one of many board games that I just am not going to enjoy playing by myself. Well, you can't play board games by yourself generally, unless they're one player. But just, I'm not going to play them here, and my friends have them, and even when they have them, I'm not that into Codenames, to be honest. So I have Codenames and Codenames Pictures. I sold them as a lot. I haven't done the shipping on it yet because it's still in my hands. But this sold for $25.88, free shipping. And I know these weigh about 3 pounds together, so we'll see how much I actually made on that, if I remember to put it somewhere up here, if I can remember future self. Then we have a really old item. This one, this is probably from 2 years ago. I picked up a very, very lucrative Transformers collection from somebody. I think I paid like $200, and there was a boxed Unicron in there, like brand new, that sold for, I think, more than I paid for the entire lot. And this is one of the stragglers that are left. I think I have like maybe 4 items left from that entire collection. Transformers Armada, sealed, backtrack, oval, and spiral. This sold for $15.99 plus shipping. That's how you know it's old for me, because it still has the shipping on there. Now, recent item, happy this is gone, $10, free shipping. Made the mistake of picking this up, really bad condition. Most people are buying it for less than $10, so glad I was able to get that for it. Another recent pickup, got this at our Red, White, and Blue for $3 the other day, tested it out. Really weird game, don't really understand why anybody would want it. I have no idea what the hell you're supposed to do. Sold for $30, free shipping. And the last 2 items, this is a Frogger handheld. I'm not sure who made this. My eyes aren't good enough to see. Yeah, I can't see who made this, but this sold for $12.49, free shipping, really light. And the biggest sale is something that is actually from, I wouldn't say my childhood, because this is when I was like 16, 17 and working, and this was like one of the first things I spent my money on. I went down to, I used to work at KB Toyworks, I went down 2 stores in the plaza and went to Strawberries, which was a like record store, well, CD store, media store,
I don't think they had records then. Records weren't in when I was 16. They hadn't had a resurgence. So, but we have the complete Transformers Gen 1. These sold for $75 shipped, but they're gonna go media mail, so it's gonna be probably $6 to ship them with how much they weigh. I have the complete set on DVD in a smaller thin pack kind of thing that I got last year, so there's no reason to have two different sets of it, and this one actually sells for more and takes up more space, so I decided to get rid of this. And that is going to do it for the sales. I am going to also try and get all the books I got today in an Amazon shipment, so I'll catch back up with you when that happens. Alright guys, before we end today's day-to-day video, I just wanted to show you the rest of my pickups that probably didn't make it into the video today. And I also wanted to apologize for yesterday's video being so short. I'm editing it right now. It's going to be about 7 minutes long, but you would have seen it already, most likely. And most of my thrifting clips from that day just aren't on my phone. Sometimes, I don't know if you've had an iPhone before, but you hit that record button and it ain't do shit. And that's what happened. So apparently I was just talking to myself at some points in the thrift stores yesterday. To avoid that, I have gone back today and made sure most of my shit actually recorded. Let's go through what I have here. First up, we have a Power A Xbox, I believe it's an Xbox One controller, wired controller. I obviously know what it is. It's a Stormtrooper from Star Wars, right? It even says Star Wars controller on the back. Power A. It has the old school breakaway attachment like the old Xbox controllers had, which I think they brought back for the Xbox One. So you could use one of the breakaway dongles for that. Not the same one though, obviously, but one with the USB. Now, the thing that confuses me about this is I can't find any comps for this exact controller online. And all the other Star Wars controllers, everybody's listing them as rare Xbox One Star Wars controller, rare this, rare that. Everybody wants 40 plus for them. Some of them went for a lot lower. But is this even rarer than the rare ones? I don't know. I can't find it. It doesn't exist on there. I know it's a Stormtrooper. It's not that complicated, I'm not missing anything here. It's just, I don't know. I don't see it anywhere. Is it not an Xbox One controller? It's got the start and the back button. I mean, I guess it could be. The thing is, even when I put it in as just Xbox controller, it just doesn't show up. So who knows? We also picked up for $5 a PlayStation 1 non-DualShock Gray. Been seeing these a lot lately, which is weird because you almost never see them anymore. I saw one at the flea market this morning, which you might have seen in the video. It was attached to an PS1. I picked one of these up, and I have it listed. It's sitting right over there, I think. Last week, or earlier this week. So it's really weird to see multiple of those in the same week. I just realized I'm talking, and then I'm turning, and then the sound is probably going to shit, but we picked up some manga at the Manchester Goodwill. They were just putting these out. I was scouring the totes. I don't think I filmed anything because I was looking stuff up also. I couldn't find all the volumes. So I have for a manga called Vampire Knight, which I'm not very familiar with, other than it's some sort of shoujo manga from Shoujo Beat. For $1 each, we picked up volumes 1 through 6, and then volumes 8 and 9. So we're missing 7. If I had 7, there's comps that sell these for about $40 for the first 9 of them. Missing 7, I'm not going to be able to get that for it. 1 through 6, for some reason, go for a little over $25 from what I saw. So sell these individually maybe, and sell the other ones for $25. It's still not bad when you consider that's, what, $8 spent. And I don't know what to do with this. This is the Vampire Knight official fan book. It goes for like almost nothing on eBay, so. There's also a lot of books today that I got that I already shipped off to Amazon, because I did get that Amazon order done in the nick of time. I ended up getting to the post office today like 10 minutes before they closed. Also at that Manchester Goodwill, I picked up a lot of trade paperbacks for Marvel and DC. And I shouldn't have, probably. When I got to Manchester, I was both a little bit tired and a little bit in a hurry. Like, I wanted to go. I wanted to get things going. So, at the other thrift stores, I'd been, like, looking up every single thing I put in my cart, weeding out the ones that weren't worth it. I didn't do that here. Everything was $1. I just said, fuck it. If it's not worth it, I'll read it and then do whatever with it. If it's a trade paperback. The only one that's of real worth, I believe, is this one. This is the Captain America Winter Soldier Collection. Ultimate Collection. This goes for about $15. Paid $1 for it. Might be an interesting read. Then we have volumes 1 and 2 of The Court of Owls. Well, The Court of Owls and then The City of Owls. Huh. I hope these go together. I hope it's not like I have volume 1 of one thing and volume 2 of another thing. I don't know. I stopped paying attention to DC and Marvel Comics a while ago. And I also have another copy of volume 1. The 2 volumes together, if I actually have the right one to pair with each other, they go for about $15 together. And then everything else in the stack is basically worthless. We have the Avengers Volume 1. Don't even know when this would have came out. They always are releasing Avengers #1 trade paperbacks left and right, so. And we have a Star Trek Volume 2. I knew this was a waste of time. I picked it up anyway. I don't even know what this is. Casanova. Welcome to the world of Casanova. There's no volume, so I guess this is just a standalone story. Maybe it's worth reading. I've never heard of it. This one's actually damaged. This is The Flash, Volume 1. It's all bent on the bottom there. And then we have Hawkeye. It's even more damage now on the floor. My Life as a Weapon. And then the last 2 things I have to show you, anime fans. And I'm speaking to you as someone who is, I don't think you could be a former anime fan or a former manga fan. Like, I used to put all my money that I now put into video games into manga. Like, I used to, like, that's, like, the first thing I worked for, really. Aside from Transformers DVDs, it was manga and anime. I feel like shit has gone off the rails. Because, explain to me this. What the fuck is this? So, I see this at the Savers. And I decided to look it up. And it goes for like $20 used. And I don't even want to show you the back. I might have shown you the back earlier. I don't even want to show you the front. I barely want to show... I can't even really show you the spine. Like, I just feel... Guys. I don't understand what could be on. This is only 15 minutes long. This is 15 minutes long and someone's gonna give me $20 for it. Why does this exist? I'm just thinking back, like, when I was younger and Blockbuster was a thing, I used to blind rent anime all the time. All the time. You used to get some weird stuff. You used to get some really cool stuff that unfortunately you never really got any more of. Like, my Blockbuster had a couple VHS tapes of Ranma 1/2, And I just never got to figure out what else happened in that series. That was it, as far as I was concerned. Same thing with Tenchi Muyo and stuff like that. But then you end up with some weirder shit like Devil Hunter Yoko, which when you're like 10, 11, 12, I think I was around that time, is some like holy shit, what is going on in this in my mind, cartoon? And this is definitely dialing it up to not even just 11, like 12, 13, Jesus. So that was the first thing I found at the Savers. I also ended up getting those controllers that I showed you earlier. But I knew as soon as I picked it up and saw how much it was worth, I had to find something else to buy with it, because I couldn't have that be the one purchase, the one item I go up to the cash out register with. So I ended up getting this other book. This was the first thing I found, because the book section at that Savers was swarmed. There were 2 different like teams in there scanning books, like not just individuals, teams. It's crazy. Star Wars Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2 strategy guide for the PC. Over 50 detailed maps. None of this is canon, of course, anymore, so this does go for around $10 plus shipping, I believe. I paid, I think it was like $2.50, and also maybe saved a little dignity by having something else in addition to the smutty anime DVD. So that's all I have for you today. Once again, long ass video today. I'm gonna have to start editing this really early tomorrow to even stand the chance of getting it up in time. That's what she said. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, keep it real, internet. I love you guys.